Hello and welcome to the WBPodcast.
Taking those off.
I am joined tonight with Brent, Thaddeus, and myself. You want to introduce yourselves?
You're joined with yourself?
I am joined with
Is
myself.
that split personality thing going on again?
It is. It comes in handy on the lonely nights.
Sad, sad day.
It is.
That's just creepy.
It's only creepy if you make it creepy, Brent.
You ain't invited, so don't even act like it's
Worst
creepy.
case scenario, every time you have sex, it's a three-way.
Yep.
High five. High five. Alright.
It is. And they love it.
So, Senor Jason,
Right.
what are we doing today?
Oh, we're doing a podcast.
I understand that.
Well, you guys talk about what the fuck's going on in the week. That's what these things are.
I am in love with Megan Trainor.
Who's Megan Trainor?
She is a singer-songwriter. She just had that song that came out, I'm All About That Bass.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking, I love it. Like,
She's kind of a heavier girl?
a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what the song's about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I love that song.
I like...
First time I heard it, I was just like... oh,
I
watched the video, and I was like, you're gonna be my wife.
I like... I like the fact that she's pushing for trying to get people out of a certain stereotype. So I guess I respect it. I like the song, but I'm not, like, in love with her. But
The thing that got me was I saw the music video, and she's got this weird, like, 50s retro vibe to it.
It was a really nice put together video. I liked it too.
The guy that danced in it, he's a big dude, but
Yeah.
that motherfucker can move.
It's been my experience, and I don't know what the science is behind this, but it seems like a lot of bigger guys are very flexible.
They really are. Like, it's almost
Like I've seen people, big guys, like 300, 400 pounds. They can do splits.
Yeah.
I can't even do splits.
I can't do the splits. I almost can't. I'm getting close,
And-
guys. I'm working on it.
And I've known those same people, if they lose all that weight, they can't do splits anymore. So I don't know what the science is there. But being big makes you kind of flexible. I don't know if it's just more weight to push it down.
No, I don't think that.
I don't know what it
that's
is.
it.
It's probably not what it is, but man, you can theorize your fucking...
Well, we can always Google it. Why
I don't know
do
if
fat
Google-
people do splits?
Why are fat people flexible? I'm not sure.
Let's see what it comes up with. Why are fat
Anything going on with you, Brent?
people- Oh, wow, I can't spell fat. Why
Not really.
do fat people? Nothing at all.
Nothing?
How's your shoulder?
Just Yu-Gi-Oh! That's the big highlight of his fucking week. Right, Geki's on the band list.
You guys don't even know.
Your wife have a birthday?
That's too
Yes.
personal, bro.
Yes. Did you do anything special for her?
Not really.
You're a horrible husband. I'm ashamed of you.
Ryan told me what he got her. And
What did you get her?
He got her a $150 gift card.
Oh, you... Did you...
Wait. For groceries.
Okay.
And
That's still nice.
I laughed so hard. 'Cause I understand where he's coming from. He's trying to help his mom out.
Right.
But I took it as, here, Mom, happy birthday. Get me some Funyuns.
That's true. He does still live there. That does benefit him a lot. Did you top the $150 gift card?
Nope.
She got one full
I
item.
saw that you wrote like a long thing about I have the greatest wife in the world on Facebook.
That's what she got.
Yeah, I feel like that's all she got was like a little retrospect. Brent getting on a soapbox saying, I like my wife. She's pretty good.
I did a lot of stuff for our anniversary, and basically got told, don't need a card for my birthday, don't get a card. And then I hear, why didn't you get me a card?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So-
That's a no-brainer. I don't even have a girlfriend or a wife or anything like that, and I even know that's fucking mandatory. That's not even... Even if they say, like, oh, I don't need that, that's just code for, like, you better fucking get that shit.
So for the first year ever, I did not...
The first year ever? Why did you break tradition? You're getting
Just-
you're getting too placid. You're getting way too placid. You're slipping up, Brent. I was ashamed of you. The reason I asked because I was in Foodland buying some munchies, for the night because I was planning on doing like some costume work for the films and stuff like that. And I seen Brent. He like walked in there, and I was like, "What are you doing here?" I figured you'd take your wife out. He was like, "Oh, she didn't want to go anywhere." I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Wait, so you just left your wife?
Yeah, he was getting eggs. He said, "I was like."
Was that you made the rum cake?
Yes.
Yes, I still haven't had any of that. I opened it up before I came down here. I swear I got drunk as fuck before I even left, just from the smell.
That was really good, by the way. Rum cake. You know, I made this thinking, oh, rum cake, this will be good. And the night we made it, let it cool and everything. I ate one piece, I'm like, oh, this is really good. I want another piece. So I cut another piece and I eat it. Sitting there watching TV, I go to get up, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck happened? How am I drunk?
Can I interject here?
Then the name didn't give you away.
I'm gonna predict the future of this story. And he had another slice of cake. And Kim woke up from her deep slumber. And she saw him stumbling through the living room. And then bam.
No.
He was raped in ways he never knew could happen to a man.
I don't think that's within his wife's character to do that.
Not at all. No. I sitting there like couldn't figure out what the hell happened to me. Why the hell was I drunk? What the hell? And it's like
Rum cake.
It's rum cake, yeah, I know.
There was rum in
There was a
name.
joke on that on Scrubs. You remember that? Like, where I forget the doctor's name. The absurd one, the one that was always the
Cox?
mean one. Yeah, Dr. Cox.
Cox.
He's
Gary.
like said something like, "Have you ever seen a drunk baby before?" He's like, "Long story, but it involves a low counter and rum cake."
You know, I guess I thought cooking, you know, when you bake stuff like wine, you do cooking with wine and stuff like that. Most of the alcohol gets cooked out.
Yeah, when you're cooking, but you're baking.
Why do you think
baking is
brownies,
different,
bro?
Yeah.
You think they eat it and they pretend to get high?
I guess it never dawned on me.
Apparently, 'cause you're drunk as fuck.
2 slices. How much rum did you put in that motherfucker?
Just 3
He's like, that doesn't seem like enough rum.
Nope.
I think the recipe we found has a total of about 2.5, 3 cups of rum in it.
So
And how much did you add to like improve the recipe?
No, I follow strictly to what the recipe calls for.
What happened was when you're cooking with alcohol, you gotta take a little bit for the chef.
Yeah.
So he put maybe 2-3 cups in the cake, half the bottle went into him, and that's how you
No.
actually got drunk. Not necessarily from
No,
the
because he
cake.
said he let it cool the night before and then he ate the next day.
No,
He
it was
ate-
that
he ate
night.
that
It
night.
Oh,
cooled
you ate
that
that
night.
night. Oh,
Hey.
I didn't
I
drink-
think you might have had your back turned. Like Kim was like, "Well, I think this needs a little bit more rum in it,"
Just
or maybe Ryan did.
tasting the batter is like, no, I'm still sober. I'm still
Yeah.
sober. Just put a little bit more in there.
Well, I warned
That's hard. That's
people
funny.
that I gave a piece to. It's like, wait till you're home to eat this.
Especially for someone.
But
like
you know,
me.
it can be the best like excuse when you get pulled over because the officers will be like, "Have you been drinking?" And you're like, "No."
I just had cake.
I just all I've been doing is eating.
Like the Queen of France says, I'm gonna eat cake, and I did.
I ate a shit ton of cake.
And, you know, again, I didn't think about it. I still felt dumb because the next day,
You still eating the cake?
I got up, you know, going through stuff about 2 hours before I had to be to work. I take off a piece of cake, and I start eating it. My stepson comes out and goes, "Is that wise before you go to work?" I look down at it. Probably not.
It's okay.
It's not like you're driving a school bus.
Well, that would be weird if you drive a school bus because you work at a pizza place.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
to my
I was-
defense, it did make the day go by easier. People that normally piss me off.
So what you're
irritate the
saying
shit
is the
out of me.
solution, instead of dealing with problems and conflict resolution, get fucking drunk.
that is a
You don't
lot of
care.
people's solution to that problem.
It's
So you're
great.
jumping on the
You don't
bandwagon.
care.
We live in a small town that is comprised of 4 bars. That is
More
that is
than 4 bars. There's The Edge and Papa Joe's and Duffy's, and then there's That's right.
R&R bar.
R&R.
Oh, Eagles Club too.
And then Eagles Club.
That was one.
Gurney's.
So 7
Gurney's
bars.
is a bar. 6.
Oh, you can count Gurney's.
Yeah,
Okay, whatever. There's a lot of bars. Like, that's my point.
We used to have more than that 'cause we had Tamarack, but they closed.
That's true.
Yeah.
They tore that motherfucker down.
I mean, you can probably still count them. I kind of count the gas station out there by the overpass because they sell a lot of alcohol.
But can you drink it there?
Legally?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to you on that one 'cause I don't know the rules.
You gonna ask them?
I'm gonna ask them.
What would you think they're gonna say?
I'll go buy a 40. I was like, hey, can I drink the pop? I'll drink it. See what happens. Just see what happens.
You can do that in gas stations. Obviously, I see it there at Casey's all the time. People buy it and drink it as they're going out the damn door.
Well, are they driving though?
No.
Okay, that's probably what. So I can walk out there and then I can drink in the store.
I don't think they can stop.
Plus, if I'm there
driving.
like 3, the cop can just give me a ride home.
No, I don't think. No. I don't count that as a bar.
They have a bar. They got nachos there. I'm counting it.
Oh.
Nachos, bro.
Do they have They have beer on tap?
I can tap the beer on the counter.
No.
Yeah, I tapped it. It counts.
No, that's
Fine.
not what I mean by tap.
Fine, I'll concede this one. I'll let
It's not a gas station. Is not a bar.
I'll let you have it to make you feel better. It's technically.
I'm just trying to prevent you from being arrested.
You're no fun.
Yeah.
Maybe you just need to get arrested once in your life, or twice.
I've never been arrested.
Brent. Would you care
A few times.
Would you care to elaborate the last time you got arrested?
Just because I punched a guy in the face for spitting in mine repeatedly.
You should tell the one about the lightsaber.
I didn't get arrested for that. I just got kicked out.
You should have got arrested for it. God, lightsaber. Do the lightsaber one.
That's it.
What he is talking about is a bunch of us agreed, and we all wanted to go to the opening night of Star Wars Episode 1.
I was like 11, just so you know.
I wasn't.
So
we all get in the truck. I had a Blazer at the time. We all get up there. There's another car full of people went up there with. And we're in line. You know, we're 2-3 hours ahead of time because we want a good seat. And this jack-off with a lightsaber keeps hitting me with the damn lightsaber. First time I turn around, asking politely to watch where he's swinging it and to stop hitting me. He says sorry, turns around, not a big deal. Continues hitting me with it. I turn around, ask him to politely watch where he's doing, and he laughs. Dude, get over it. It's Star Wars. It's gonna happen. Third time, I turn around, tell him, you hit me with it one more time, I'm gonna shove that lightsaber up your ass.
Per Brent's normal response.
Gay, homophobe, lightsabers. Or gay, homophobe Brent's go-to word. Stop or I'm gonna shove it up your ass.
But he hates the gays.
Yeah.
Which, of course, he doesn't take me seriously and intentionally starts hitting me with the damn lightsaber.
Bad move.
So, of course, I proceed to knock him down and try sticking the lightsaber in his ass.
I said it earlier today. I'm going to say it again now. You're kind of gay, Brent.
Well, at the same time, like, what's your problem with the gays?
And which the theater proceeded to escort me out, tell me I will not get a refund for my ticket.
I would have fought that one.
And
you probably shouldn't have
tried to show it up his ass.
Sexually assault somebody with a lightsaber.
But he was kicked out as well, which
Probably pissed him off more because he had a lightsaber.
Was that a smart move? Kicking you guys at the same time? It's like, get out of here! And just walking away. It's like, fucking chase them.
Well, I don't think they didn't
Finish
care.
the job.
Oh, that kid took off like a bat out of hell. I don't think still to this day I've ever seen somebody run as fast as that kid did.
Because you sexually assaulted them with a lightsaber.
I'd be running like hell too.
Yeah. It's not that I'm scared you're gonna beat me up. I'm scared you're gonna try to like finish the job.
Which I probably would have if he had a good knee.
I'm getting like I'm getting
knee
like,
at that point.
I'm getting literally flashbacks from Roadhouse. And Brent's like behind me. He's like, I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
Shit, you gonna rip his throat out?
Huh?
You gonna rip his throat out?
He should have. The guy should have.
Use the force.
Something.
So that was the time Brent tried to sexually assault somebody with a lightsaber.
I just had no toleration for stupid people.
I kind of wish I had been there to see that, but thinking back, like at the time, I've been traumatized because I wasn't even a teenager yet.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't want to go to the movies ever again, Dad. People trying to like shove things up your butt there. I don't want to go.
And the bad part was, everybody there I was with turned around and looked at him. Dude, when he says he will, he will. If you don't stop, he is going to hurt you.
You know, that one could probably just be a metaphor, though. That doesn't have to actually be like a legit I will do this kind of thing. That can just be a threat.
He's a man of his word.
Like, I'm like, I'll fucking kill you, dude. I'm probably not really gonna fucking kill you, dude. I'm probably gonna hurt you to the point where you wish you were dead. But I'm not really gonna fucking kill you.
Brent won't have to do it, though.
Yeah, I mean, Brent's a man of his word. He's
When he
like,
puts his mind to something, gosh darn it, he's gonna finish it.
I don't think I've ever told anybody I will kill you. I've never...
Yeah, because you probably really fucking do it.
And that's because in your mind now you have signed a contract. Well, I have to kill this guy.
I'm a man of my word when I say it.
I really didn't want to go to prison today
Maybe
for
that's
murder.
he's really careful with his words. It's like you're never gonna hear him say, "I will put your cock in my mouth," because that means that literally I have to do it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
Hey.
No. Now Tad's gonna try to trick him into saying it. Would you like some chicken? You know, this is a boy chicken. What's a boy chicken called?
A rooster.
Yeah.
I think there's another name for it.
Yeah, I think it's another name for it.
What was it? What's it called again? I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, don't be a bitch.
That's just funny. Let's just see if we can get Brent drunk enough to where he actually accidentally says it.
We gotta record it. Or
Remember that time you said I wouldn't say put someone's cock in my mouth? Oh! I almost finished that sentence. I can't do that. I'll have to do it. That's funny.
Side note,
That's probably why if Brent always steps over his words, he's really careful what he says.
Is that why you overthink everything?
I don't think he overthinks it. He just makes sure he doesn't accidentally say, "I will give you $1 million." Fuck! Fuck!
You just can't say no, can you?
Where was that? Well, if you have to be so literal with your words, where was the part when you said that, honey, every birthday is going to be special?
Never said that. Never said it.
Maybe what made this year so special, it was so contrast to the other birthdays. So then next year you can go back to it. So she will always remember this birthday.
Is the one he fucked up on?
No, not the one he fucked up. The birthday where nothing happened.
And nothing happened.
So in comparison to like all the other fantastical birthdays, that birthday is special because the only one.
Like
immaculate and amazing.
Like she could be like, "You never do anything special for my birthday." He's like, "Oh, I only did that once."
And to be fair, that makes it special.
Yeah.
It's unique. It's one of a kind.
I mean, did I get her stuff? Yes, she got a Fitbit, I think is what it's called, and that. But did she get it on her actual birthday? No, she got it. She knew what she wanted it. I said, "We'll get it."
It was a horrible surprise.
It was no surprise.
Surprise everything, man. What you should get done was say, alright, I'll get it for you.
I
and
imagine-
like the exact opposite.
I imagine like Brent's biggest surprise was like, "Hey, honey," and she's like, "I'm sleeping." You're like, "Well, that's all you're getting for your birthday." I wrapped it in everything, so you just.
With a bow.
I put on deodorant, and it smells really good.
Do you know how hard it is to tie a bow around that thing and get it to stay?
You just want to sleep. Hey, last chance.
I don't need
Would
you
never
for
even
this.
dream of trying that.
I'll give
I
you
would.
a whole $1, Brent.
I would try. I think I have tried that before.
The bow or?
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
Well, I've never tried the bow. I'm too scared.
What'd
Got
you-
the circulation.
What'd you
didn't
give me
really-
for my birthday? You're looking at it. You're
Can I
welcome.
return Where's
No.
the receipt? I want to return that.
For one,
There's no returns.
I'm just gonna sit in the closet and never use it.
Probably.
I'd be too self-conscious of the fact of that would feel crappy if you look. That's all.
I think you're far past the point of rejection at this point.
She married.
She married you.
Married you. That doesn't mean she isn't gonna take that cheap shot of. That's it.
That just means she loves you and she wants you to improve yourself.
And she's greedy and she wanted more than just that. I wanted something.
I'm saying she wouldn't be happy with that or that, but I'm saying I would take the chance of that cheap shot.
What are the odds of...
What do you think she's gonna say? Like, I wanted something that was gonna at least last more than 3 minutes here, bro.
What are the odds she's gonna hear this and be like, "Hey, Brent"?
I don't even think she listens to the podcast.
Yes, she actually does.
That's
Hey.
awesome.
So are you gonna get in trouble for this then? She's gonna
Maybe.
do this and be like, "Brent,
Don't ever talk about me on the podcast again.
why would you say things like that, Brent? I thought you."
I tried
loved
not to
me."
use her name. I think her name got dropped once, but
That probably, I don't care about name dropping.
well, I think in respect we shouldn't like
I try not to but
mention
it just-
something unless someone wants it mentioned.
It naturally comes off my tongue.
Yeah.
I said,
I don't
But
think
the
we've
fact
ever said
that
her
Brent's
name.
wife had a birthday recently, I think that's just kind of common knowledge. And I ain't saying who his wife is, but
it's his wife. Right?
his wife. Yeah.
That's who it is.
You probably look on his Facebook page and say, "Oh, there, that's."
I didn't know if you knew that or not, but his
What?
wife is his wife.
Huh?
His wife is his wife. That's who it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely not his boyfriend. That's me.
No.
No.
Hey, honey. What, have some freezer time?
No, I know that's why you were late at work.
Hey.
Stayed later after I left.
That doesn't make any
I was
sense. What are you
fixing
getting at?
the drawer. What are you doing?
You stayed there to get that raise.
A raise.
With freezer time with the boss.
I don't need freezer
He's being
time.
very vague because if he says something, he's scared he's actually going to have to do it.
Hey, Brent, you remember that time you said you wanted to do freezer time with me? Oh, I never.
No.
No.
Oh, I didn't say that, didn't I?
I never said that.
Well, let's go. All right, buddy.
No.
Good old
That's
freezer.
just hilarious. Like, he gets tricked into gay sex because he accidentally fucking name dropped it once. Shit!
If it makes you feel any better, I don't want to have sex with you, Brent.
Someone's like, "Are you gay, Brent?" And Brent's like, "No!
I swear
What?
I'm not.
I'm a man of my word."
Nope, I would never. I'd be like, nope, I guess I'll never be able to say I'm a man of my word again.
Yeah.
He's an honorable man and he's plowed from behind.
What a jerk. He's
Because
not
at
even a
that
man of his
point,
word.
I'd be, nope, I'm not a man of my word.
What a jerk.
This podcast took a weird turn.
That ain't my fault.
It's always your fault.
I think this one's on me, actually.
I think it was.
I asked about the lightsaber incident
Yeah.
of 03.
Is there anything else you want to guys talk about in the podcast? You want to get off the subject of,
Anal sex.
I was going to say sodomizing.
Do we want to talk about negative things or? I don't know. What the hell are you doing?
Wow. That's expensive. You just keys that.
It landed there and throw him at that.
You hit my interface, bro?
Yeah, it is interface.
You messed with my dials and shit?
No.
No, I don't think it hit any tiles.
Break your other kneecap.
Talk about something. This is something I've been talking about with my wife and a few other people.
Ooh.
Oh.
Is
Are you getting a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the difference in generations.
No, not a baby. What kind of a baby?
I guess I still don't even understand it.
It's because you're old.
Every generation has their own try to like break out of their own
shell of the generation before
to define themselves as a generation.
Yes.
You know, most people I know couldn't wait to get out of their parents' house.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Just barely could afford an apartment. Freaking eating ramen.
Hey, this is so funny because like, there's one person in the world's gonna listen to this and go, "What the fuck are you talking about, Brent?" I ain't gonna name drop, but this is hilarious because I can just see him going, "Oh yeah, go on, Brent. What's the story here?"
Elaborate. Do tell.
Yeah.
But the younger generation now, it's like they have no care to get out of their parents' house. Some of them make more than my wife do, and she works for some of these people, and no care to get out of their parents' house.
Oh, I don't think that accounts for one generation. I think there's several generations that happens in.
Yeah, bro.
It really does, yeah.
I'm part of this generation, damn it.
I've heard about
a lot of them that don't have.
No, because I've heard about people when I was little in the 80s, and that was like, I don't want to date a man who's still living at home with his parents. And that was like on sitcoms and stuff. So just some people are lazy. I think it's not a generational thing.
Or you just get some really bad breaks and you just can't.
Hell, I heard on the radio
I would understand it. Okay, you have a bad break, you have to move back in with your parents, or something happened. But these people are making, and I'm using these people as an example, they're making more than my wife.
These people. You know who you are, these people.
You
know exactly who he's talking about. These people.
They make in total a year more than me and my wife combined.
Well,
and they still live at home, I
think this person actually listens to this podcast because he always tells me, he's like, "Hey, listen to your podcast, dude. It was pretty funny."
I'm not talking
you guys
about
want me
him.
to like...
He doesn't make that much.
Do you want me to advertise you on our thing? I'm like, yeah, sure, go for it.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about just in general.
Actually, you're wrong, because I just heard a new statistic that says all the baby boomers, people are like over 50 and 60, those people are actually moving back in with their parents too. And for two reasons. One, Social Security ain't what it used to be, and they ain't making any money because they're all retired and they can't get jobs now. And two, a lot of their parents are living longer and they need help, and they don't want to go to nursing homes because nobody can afford that. So it's not like even like generation gap. What, from the 50s? They're actually starting to go back and live with their parents again.
I'm talking about kids.
I know you're talking about kids, but I'm just saying, like,
the kids that they make more. Some of these kids make more than their parents make.
Yeah. And
have no ambition to get out on their own. They drive nicer cars than their parents.
If they're paying rent,
they're not paying rent.
Some of them are. I mean, that's kind of a bold statement, because I'm sure if my kid was making more than me and he's driving around in a fucking Porsche and living in his bedroom, I'm like, hey, we need to have a talk. Me and your mom, we ate macaroni and cheese, but we couldn't afford the cheese last night. He goes, oh, that sucks. I'm like, yeah, you need to start paying fucking rent. I don't know if I can afford that. Get the fuck out. Use your choices. We're dying.
I'm not saying the parents are dying. They're not.
No. All I'm simply saying is, if the parents aren't putting down the foot, and when they were little kids and they're fucking drawing fucking Crayolas on the walls and going, no, you can't do that, it's bad, go sit in the corner, and they're not putting their foot down now and saying, hey, give us fucking money for living here, then they're just being stupid. They need to fucking enforce that. And I don't know if that's always the case with anybody, because I'm pretty sure that probably isn't. I'm sure they're not going to charge them $500 like they would if they got their own place plus electricity and all that shit. So they probably are getting a lot more extra money to buy a car, and I'm sure there's even lenience to that effect too. Like, hey, I got a car payment this month, can I pay you next month for rent? And they're like, yeah, that's fine, you're not going anywhere, I know who you are, I know where you live.
I mean, even at work I was talking to some of them.
Well, those people are just fucking stupid because they should charge rent.
And they live at home. Mom's like, why should he move out?
I guess you're a really good example of this, Tad.
Why?
Because your sister lived with your dad.
Yeah.
Did they have to pay rent?
Well, what happened there was they had some issues with their whatever crap, and they had to move back in with my dad, like you just said, and they split everything. Like, she would go out and get groceries, and then like he would go.
Right.
Like, all the bills and stuff, like most of them were in my dad's name.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a partnership.
Right.
It wasn't just like
they
my dad's there and they're working their jobs and getting all this money. Like, they had a lot of like financial issues they had to take care of.
I know since then they have moved out on their own. So.
Yeah, it took them.
Yeah.
God, 3 years.
Yeah.
No, 4 years because Hayden.
So yeah, see, they
my nephew was one.
Yeah, but I'm saying. There's some, but again,
there are some.
I see the difference. The only time I see them personally seeing some of these kids moving out is when they have a kid. It's not like, oh, I want to start dating. I want my place of my own.
Did they have a kid before they moved in with your dad, though?
Yeah, my sister moved out when she was like 17 or 18. Like, it was right after high school. She moved out after she got through college, and she lived out in the Dips area. And she went through like a bunch of roommates, and then she met her now husband, and they had a place, and they moved somewhere else, and they had another place, and then they had their baby, and then like crap just totally fell on them, and they got buried in like financial crap, and then they had no other place to go, so they went back to my dad.
And that I understand. That to me, I
think that's a lot of the times that's
parents being there for their kid. That I'd understand.
But that's
not
happens
what
a lot
I'm
of the
talking
time.
about. I'm talking about these kids that go to college, they get a good degree, they go out, they get a good job.
That's where you're wrong, because like
a lot of the ones that get the good degrees, it's a very narrow field. So where if you get like 50 guys with like 50 people, I don't want to be sexist or whatever, with this awesome degree, there's like 2 openings. That means there's 48 people who are unemployed with this awesome degree in mountains of student debt.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, because I just heard recently like. The student debt in this country is outrageous. Ridiculous.
I do understand that part. I mean,
it is almost on par with our national debt.
Yeah.
Like, it's like over like $1.2 trillion.
It's really bad.
Student debt
is almost like to the point where it's like, don't go to college because you can't afford it.
You're gonna be paying that off till you're dead, and then
you never will get out of that fucking financial steep. And I'm sure that's what's happening to a lot of kids nowadays, too, and why they have to go back home with their parents, because their parents are like, just go to college and everything will be alright, and if you need help, I'll help you. And they come back and they're like, I'm broke.
I have this degree that says I can do this, but no one wants to hire me.
Yeah, no one wants to hire me.
Because there's 50 million other people who got the same degree as me, and I don't have any job openings.
Yeah. And sure, they're kids, so they're probably blowing their money on shit they shouldn't be blowing it on instead of paying their bills, but at the same time, the bills are so high, they probably can't even fathom paying them off.
My wife's point to it, which I guess I could kind of see, but I still don't. I mean, yes, thing goes up all the time, but again, wages go up. They make
no, and you will never know.
Whereas
you're wrong there.
Inflation on everything else increases. Minimum wage, which is supposed to be at like 10% or whatever, it is down to like 5 or 4%. It has not increased with the inflation of everything else. Whereas like goods and everything else keep going up. Labor stays the same. It's the only constant, which is why people are pushing so hard to get pay increases.
Yeah.
Because like, that's why they want that $15 an hour, and it's not nationwide. It's you gotta look at where you're at. So like where we're at, $15 an hour is kind of outrageous for minimum wage.
Yeah, it would be.
Going up to like, $9 an hour.
I was gonna say 10, but yeah, 9.
Minimum wage, $9 an hour. Where we're at.
That wouldn't be bad.
That's really good.
That would be good. Yeah.
It would make sense, And I keep seeing these things of like people like working at McDonald's, like they make a mess up on a sign, like they're like, and these people want $15 an hour.
Oh, I
And
saw
it's
the
like,
most insulting one ever. I saw an ad on YouTube that, you know, those stupid little ads that play before the video.
Yeah.
I saw an ad that must have been made by somebody who's never worked a minimum wage job, who was trying to explain to somebody who's never worked a minimum wage job about how the tips balance everything out. Like, people make so much more in tips that they don't need a job increase. They make so much money in tips that they don't even know why they're asking for more money. And I'm like, motherfucker. Some people don't even tip at all anymore because shit's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Fuck, I go on deliveries and I'm lucky if I get $1 tip because they think the delivery charge is a tip. Guess what, guys? The delivery charge doesn't count for a tip. Tips are separate from that, okay? The delivery charge just covers the gas. Sometimes that even goes back to the place. If they provide their own vehicle, that goes right back to them. And the gas is not a tip. You're not tipping me if you're paying just for my gas. Tip me more than that. That 15% still goes into that fucking, that percentage when you fucking tip. I think you're supposed to tip 15%. Is that what they say?
Yeah.
On the average, yeah.
To be a fair,
Yeah.
whatever,
To your bill.
gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of places that, some restaurants now that,
They just automatically.
they automatically just include the tip in the meal because people are being so fucking stingy with it. And people are getting all rate about that. And they're like, I'm like, that's a good idea because people don't want to fucking tip anymore.
Yeah.
I have mixed on that because I have no problem tipping. I will tip generously.
Yeah.
I think you should
I have
tip.
good
I think
service.
Yeah, I think you should tip upon the service too.
I do not feel you can just tell me, oh, I have to tip, because if my service sucks.
Well, I think in that situation, if they're forcing you to tip, and your service was crap, then you go up there and you're like, I ain't paying for jack shit because my service was shit. You guys did a shit job, and my tips included this. I'm just walking the fuck out. You want to call the cops? Go ahead, because we'll take this to fucking court, motherfucker. Your shit sucked. I'll point you to the fucking Better Business Bureau. There's your problem, right? Because any manager in the fucking world will come out and be like, oh, hey, I'm sorry about all this shit. You don't have to. We'll disconclude your tip, blah, 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 blah. Just pay the bill, blah, get out of here. Any business will do that. Any business. But if your tip's already included with that, you got happy fucking employees, and they're probably fucking working their fucking asses off because they're getting paid good at that point.
I disagree because I've been there.
You feel gratified.
You feel more appreciated.
Yeah. And you can deal with those assholes.
It makes you want to actually
Yeah.
give a damn. Whereas like, you're making like $7.25 an hour, and you don't get like any tips.
Most
at all.
And you get people
Don't
acting
even
like
make that
fucking
now.
jerks and telling you fuck off and you're a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Why would you want to give a fuck?
Yeah, I know, exactly.
What is the minimum for a waitress?
$7.25.
No, waitresses are
I
different.
thought you said minimum wage.
No, for a waitress.
It's like
Minimum.
$5 or something like that.
Sometimes, yeah.
I think it's
Depends
I know
on the
like
place.
$3 or $4. I think is minimum for a waitress.
It depends on where
Plus
you go.
a percentage of tips.
It depends on the place. There's a
I
lot
know,
of places
like,
go.
at the diner we have in town here, like I think, like, 'cause I had a few people that I knew worked out there. They're getting like $5 an hour, but they keep all the tips they get.
Yeah.
And then out at the other restaurant that's out there by the car dealership, they get paid minimum wage, like national minimum wage,
Yeah.
and they get to keep the tips they make. So
I'm just putting that out there. Delivery charge is not a tip. Okay, people. Just.
And I laugh because he says that, and our delivery driver tonight, he made how much?
not as much as we thought. He didn't assign himself the proper tickets, so his bag was like way over. He was like going to walk out the door with almost $60. And I was like, "There's no way," because he had like 10 tickets.
Oh yeah, I would.
He had 10 tickets and he had like almost $60, and that's like $6 a fucking no. And I went through everything, and like he was getting ready to leave, and I opened him up, and it was like he had the one ticket he didn't take. It was the very last one of the night because he's.
I see. Yeah,
Because it was so late in the evening, he didn't even think to register it to it, and it was like, son of a bitch.
But yeah. That's a little different. Yeah, I mean, it's right now we're in a shit economy.
It is getting better. Like,
it is getting better
compared to where we were 6 years ago.
Oh yeah, it's 10 times
we
better.
are leaps and bounds.
But yeah, the college thing really fucking sucks right now, especially with the overcrowded job market.
Which really sucks because Obama actually tried to put in a bunch of amendments or bills or whatever that would have helped fix that problem.
Yeah, it gets shut down by Congress though.
Because they get so much backing from like I don't want to be like big company or whatever. But
oh, no, they're the worst. They're the worst.
Like,
yeah,
that's what they do. They lobby it because they know it's gonna hurt their bottom line. They're like, no,
did you?
no.
I don't know if you guys watched this. I'm a big fan of the John Oliver.
Yeah, last week.
Last week, John Oliver. Oh my god, I haven't watched his show actually, but I watched. He's got a really awesome YouTube page where he will show like his closing thoughts on the week, and that's always the best part anyway. I think he knows that, and that's why they put that on the YouTube. And even the one with the pageant, you watch that? Oh
yeah,
god, that was
Miss
fucking
USA.
God, that was so good. You should start watching it. It's really good shit. It's funny as fuck too.
He lost, dude.
Huh?
He lost.
What do you mean lost?
His pageant.
Oh, yeah, he did. To fucking Kathy Griffin. Fucking goddamn, that's a fucking hitting the belt.
I hate that girl. Like
Kathy Griffin.
She annoying.
She's annoying, but that's her routine, and she knows it.
Routine, but I've never met her personally.
Mm-hmm.
But
you might have a different opinion if you met her.
I don't like her personally. Like it's not it's not as like Kathy Griffin. No thanks. It's I really just don't like her.
A lot of people don't. Like I heard. What was that one lady who died recently?
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. I even heard like someone's like, fuck Joan Rivers. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
She could be a bitch.
Yeah, I know, but Jesus Christ,
that
she
was
just
part
died.
Of her stick though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. It was like
I don't know if it was really she was a bitch. She just didn't.
I wasn't.
Give a fuck.
I wasn't.
If you don't give a fuck and you're a girl, you're just a bitch. If you don't give a fuck and you're a dude, and you're just like that guy's. Balls. He's just a man.
I didn't like Joan Rivers personally. Whenever I saw her, I was like, Joan Rivers. But I never would like if someone died, I never would been like, fuck them. I was like, that was something really surprised me. I was like, wow.
What was eerie about it for me was like she died, but like not even like a month ago before that, fucking Robin Williams died. Mm-hmm. And they're like two huge comedy legends, so it's like
they're best friends too.
It fucking freaked me out. Like that's.
We lost a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
We lost a lot of good people. But that comes with the territory. A lot of these good guys are getting really old, and it's just kind of expected. So it's like anymore I'm just like, yeah, it's coming. Except Robin kind of did himself in there, but
yeah,
I can kind of understand why he did it with the whole thing that came out with the Parkinson's, and I can understand why Robin wouldn't want to be like that.
Still sad.
Yeah, it was tragic. It was very tragic. I mean, it's tragic if anybody dies. It's
you guys go on tragic. Anybody dies. Have you guys heard about the? I guess it's like some pool thing people do, of like who's gonna drop. Which famous person's gonna drop dead next.
Like there's a game.
There's like a site you go on and you pay to be on, and there's different team things and all this type of stuff, kind of like fantasy football.
Do you win money for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't surprise
it's like
me.
A pot. Like
yeah.
If you're like, who's gonna be the last one to get blah blah, and you
who's the next? You do like a pick of who's gonna be the next 6 to drop dead.
You sound like you're surprised, but we also live in a world where people like put hooks in themselves and expend themselves like 3 feet off the ground,
which is supposed to be
and
very
have
relaxing.
Sex.
It's supposed to be very relaxing.
This is a very fucked up world we live in, Brent.
Just the thought of that creeps me out.
You say something like, "There's a site where people like
how dare
exploit dead people."
We have people that decapitate people on fucking video just
and that kind of reminds me of the whole fucking video game thing where people are getting upset because people are murdering people and they're trying to blame them on video games. There was people back in the fucking 1800s, fuck 1400s even,
back
grave robbing to give to fucking hospitals the corpses. And then that was such a great job market, like you get a lot of money for getting a fucking corpse, that people started saying, well, why should we wait for someone to die? We could just kill somebody. And you know what's really expensive right now? Little kids. So they fucking, I heard this one case where these two guys took this little kid, they got him drunk, and then they killed him, and then they sold him to a hospital. Well, they got caught, obviously, because you read about this story, and then they got sent to prison. Then that's when they started going, you know what? We should probably have a law against fucking grave robbing because this is getting kind of out of hand. And that was fucking back then.
That's horrible.
So don't tell me like, oh yeah, there's a website where you bet on people, and that's how shocking. No, this is fucking shocking at all. That's just human nature, apparently.
That's kind of tame too, compared to killing a little kid.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the hospital.
I mean,
This shit has always been around,
How
people.
dare we bet on who's gonna die next? But yeah, go kill that kid. It's fine.
Way back in the day, yeah.
Get your priorities straight, Brent.
that just seems morbid to me.
It is morbid.
It is morbid.
They killed a kid.
But look at it like this. I got a lot of money, and Stan Lee's like 99 years old. And no, don't get me wrong. It's going to be tragic when Stan Lee goes. People are going to fucking cry when Stan Lee goes.
Yeah, he was in Princess Diaries too.
But I got like... Yeah, I watched this Nostalgic Critic too. I got a lot of money riding on that motherfucker going. I don't know. Maybe I got like a grimace personality on that. You know, when someone's old and they're like, my grandpa just died. I'm like, wow, how old was he? And you're like, he was 87. I'm like, wow, he really hung in there. I'm not like, yeah, he was probably gonna die.
It's not even be like overly surprised. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
How old was she? She was 92.
It sucks that you can't talk to that person anymore and they're gone, and all they have left is that memory of them.
But that's the thing. Most people, it's not like they're betting on the old people like Stanley.
I would even.
They're betting on people like, oh, Keanu Reeves is gonna die.
He's not that young either, though. He's like getting close to 50.
A lot of those guys are
something.
50 to 60.
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. is like 50 something.
Yeah, like a lot of them, like George Clooney's up there, and he's
Johnny
definitely-
Depp. Johnny Depp's up there.
Yeah, but he doesn't look it though. Like sometimes.
None of them look it. No, you think Keanu Reeves looks it?
Sometimes.
I haven't seen him in a long time.
Keanu Reeves. He just had that movie come out, 41 Rohan.
Rowan, yeah.
Like last year.
But
And like,
wasn't that,
he's
wasn't he?
working on it.
I didn't even think about that.
He was only like, you know.
he was the main star.
He was the robot.
I didn't even. It was like,
Do you
I
watch-
keep forgetting that he's in that. It just doesn't.
I think Tom Cruise is like 60 something. He was in
I know he's getting old.
he was
Cut
in that
Atlas.
one movie just recently.
Cloud Atlas, right?
Cut Atlas, yeah.
That was like 2
Well, not even
years
Cloud
ago.
Atlas, the other one with the robot arms and soldiers. Is that Cal? That wasn't Cloud Atlas, was it?
Cloud Atlas came out like 2 years ago.
No, the recent one. He was a soldier and he kept dying. And
Edge of Tomorrow.
yeah,
Tom
that's
Cruise?
it. Yeah.
I didn't know he was in that.
I haven't even seen.
He was the main guy.
He's-
in it.
I knew
No,
he's
that's
in
Tom. You said.
Tom Cruise.
Oh, I thought you said Tom Hanks.
No.
I was like, Tom Hanks.
Tom
was
Hanks
in
is
that
really
movie.
old too. Yeah.
Tom Cruise. No, that is a movie I want to see. Actually,
I heard it's actually really good. Like the title sucks, but like the movie itself was pretty decent. I don't know why my voice keeps like going up and down like that though.
No.
My puberty.
Just talk all normal. And talk all normal again.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
It's like someone's grabbing your butt the whole time. Woo!
No one's going, Brent, don't touch me there.
No one can see what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. No one's wearing pants right
For the future fanfic, if anybody's interested in drawing it or writing it out,
now. No one.
right
wears
now,
pants.
Brent and Tad are naked on the couch, constantly blowing each other.
you are
Whoa.
so foul.
And they,
Oh my
and they,
God.
And they both got really thick, bushy goatees, and it's just getting really, really...
It's really comforting for the testicles.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice little resting spot.
It's a little
You
tickle.
guys are so foul.
And your chin sticks out a little farther than mine, so it rests easier. Mine just keeps falling off.
It's a nice place for all the sweat to drain down. 'Cause then you
It
don't
really,
get
really is.
That is so foul, so disgusting.
I think that's really funny
Well, why
because
do you keep letting me do it to you, though?
I mentioned this the day at work. I said, hey, we should go into a gay bar and write someone's phone number on the wall for like a free blowjob. And
That's actually happened to me before.
I thought that would be hilarious. And the guy's like, no, he's like, you'd have to pay me to go in there. I'm like, how much would I have to pay you? And he's like, $500. I'm like, really, $500 to go into a gay bar?
That's
He's like, I
really
would never
fun.
go into a gay bar. And I'm like,
Really
are you not
fun.
comfortable with your sexuality? He's like, I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. He's like, have you ever seen me make out with my girlfriend? I'm like, then why would you be scared to go on gay? What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to like,
Turn you?
yeah, they're going to like hold you down and blow you and like, now you're gay. Now you're gay.
We'd like to take a minute and teach you the teachings of homosexuality.
If someone holds you down and forces you to have gay sex or blows you, you were raped. You weren't gay at that point. You're not sexually attracted. If you enjoyed it a little bit, maybe you should question your own sexuality after that. But that doesn't make you gay after that. You're not gay.
I'll go to a gay bar. Let's go to a gay bar.
See, like I said, like if I went to a gay bar to do a prank like that, I would probably even get a drink and be like, well, what are they going to do? Like, what's the worst that's going to happen? Some guy's going to be like, hey, you're really sexy. And be like, hey, thanks, bud.
That's actually happened.
And he's like, hey, can I get your number? Like, actually, I'm not gay, buddy, but thanks for being attracted to me. That's awesome.
Maybe you just want to make a new friend. And then you could have that friend and you'd be like, connect to your friend.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, anything if it's a gay friend and be like, hey, you want to come clean my apartment and rearrange it? And be like, oh, God, yes. I'm like, fucking right.
Now you're stereotyping, though. Like,
no, I'm not stereotyping really, because a lot of gay people are really cleanly,
yeah, but not
neat
all.
folks. I've never met one that wasn't.
Huh. No, I can't say
I know.
I have either.
I have actually met.
And yes, he has. He's just not thinking of you.
I have met black people.
Me or him?
I've met black people that weren't good at basketball, but I've never met a gay guy that wasn't in some way kind of cleansing. And you're thinking of that one guy. Yes, I am thinking of him too, and yes, he could be fucking cleansing when he wanted to be.
I swear I thought you were going to say, I've never met a
Don't
gay
even go.
person
No, I'm not saying like people have their slobbiness about them. Yes, everybody has that. But gay people, when they put their shit to the fucking like they're like, hey, clean this house. They will fucking clean that house. They'll put fucking tweakers to shame on fucking cleaning the house.
And that's hard to do.
That is really hard to do.
Because them motherfuckers are going a mile a minute. And then they pass out for a little bit till they get the next juice. Then it's time to go.
Like, well, let's say it like this: you tell a tweaker clean the house, you probably get it done like in 2 hours, depending on the cleanliness of the house. You ask a gay person to go clean the house for you, they're like, "Well, what's the budget?" And what are you talking about, fucking budget? I'm just asking to clean the house. We're like, well, we gotta get paint. We gotta go get some new shelves. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm just asking you to clean the house. And then you rearrange the motherfucker. And that's what they think when you say that. There are shows on Lifetime about this shit. I mean, get me started on that, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stereotype, and if you're a fucking
a slobby gay guy.
A slobby gay guy, pat yourself on the back. You're the first one.
Well,
no, it will die with you because unfortunately you guys can't breed.
well, you can.
Kind of.
You just have to have a third party.
Yeah. And there's a good chance they might not turn out gay themselves. So.
What, the baby?
Yeah.
It's not genetic.
No, it's not genetic.
So why would it turn out gay?
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's why you can't breed.
I'm confused with what he's talking about right now.
How would you pass on your slobbiness to the next gay person?
Why would it be a gay person?
Let's say you can't breed. Well, that's the same. Like
that's why I'm confused. What am I passing on here? To my child?
Yeah.
Am I passing on my gayness? Or
No, his.
Both.
It's all about the environment you live in, not necessarily the genes. So like
I know that too.
So like we can have a surrogate mother and take.
Yeah, but there's not a good chance that child will either be gay or Slavic.
Well, what does that matter?
That's why I'm saying you can't pass it on.
Then why'd you bring it up?
That's the saying.
Are you following this?
Yes.
How are you not following this?
He's saying...
You're going to exactly repeat what I
gay.
said.
If you go out and have somebody else has your kid.
Yes, I'm on that part.
It is not going to have... He's saying you're not going to pass on...
Either the gayness or the slobbiness.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, so I'm saying like you can't pass it on.
But why would you even say if you could pass it on? Like you're
because normally two gay people can't breed.
You can't breed like a lion breeds.
It makes another fucking lion, and that lion will grow up and be a lion.
It's
actually,
gonna be.
That's how lion, because you got lions, the female and male lions, they breed.
Yeah, I know.
They make a baby lion.
Yeah.
We're just making another human.
Yes.
Are you saying we can't take the same?
But the lion will still be a lion and go do lion things.
All right, and they're still human doing human things. It doesn't have to be gay.
I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I'm getting confused at.
No, you're taking it. I know what you're getting.
You're getting way too literal with it. I'm just saying. Like,
he's saying like breed. Like okay, if you take the alpha lion and the alpha lioness, whatever, you're gonna make a freaking alpha. Whether it's a female or male, it's gonna be more of the dominant. Whereas if the two gays breed, go to a surrogate, you're not guaranteed that kid's gonna have that cleanliness, that you're not gonna breed that into a kid.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying.
That's about the environment they live in, which sometimes being in a really
clean
home,
not necessarily. I think
sometimes being in a really clean home can actually make you want to be messy.
Yeah, it can.
Which is fun for me.
Okay. You made that way too complicated than it needed to be.
Not understanding each other. Miscommunication.
There was no miscommunication.
World War One, man.
I said exactly how it meant.
What I heard was gays having babies.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pass on. Like they're not gonna pass on. They're gonna pass on. Like something about not passing on the gay. And I was like, yeah, it's because it's not genetic. And then you said something, and I completely got lost after that.
I said, if you're a messy gay person, pat yourself on the back because you'll probably be the only one.
I heard that. What I heard.
I need to repeat the whole thing because obviously there was a step.
I said, gays having babies,
right,
doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be gay. I was like,
right,
yeah, it's because it's not genetic. But like what I heard, what I implied it you saying yes,
and they probably won't be messy either. They might be cleanly person.
Like you don't know, which I agree with. What I was taking as.
You're trying to make it like some kind of shot at gay people. I'm not making.
No. I'm not making a shot at gay people.
No, you're like I was.
The way it came off to me, at least, was if gays have kids, the kid's going to come out. It could come
gay?
out. Yeah.
No.
That's where I was at.
No, that's not even what I meant at all.
Which I am agreeing with you on.
Nor would it probably be messy.
That's here nor there.
Yeah.
I can't confirm or deny that. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not.
Everybody's unique in their own way.
Except for Brent. No,
Brent's just stuck in his way. Because he said he was, and now he has to live up to that word. At some point in Brent's childhood, he's like, I'm just gonna be a stick in the mud. and because he said it, he has to live with it.
I am Groot.
Yeah. That's a good representation right there. I don't like the gay people because I don't understand their sex, nor do I want to have it.
I am Groot. Bible. I am Groot.
It's just...
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just really something funny about all the people that are like homophobe or misunderstanding of something. Even like the overly religious stuff people. There's just something so funny with their ignorance that makes me laugh. Not that saying you're ignorant, Brent. So I try to explain to you all the time
He's kind of ignorant.
why you shouldn't even be afraid of it.
He's...
It's like there's a gardener snake and you think it's got poison and it's gonna bite you. Like, it's just a fucking gardener snake. You can pick it up. It's not gonna do jack shit to you.
It can still bite you.
If it bites you, it's not gonna do anything to you.
It might cause you an ouchie.
I don't think they're strong enough to, like, draw blood, even.
No, it's like a little burn. Like, no, it's like rough.
Well, you know what that is, actually? They actually found out that a lot of reptiles actually do have venom glands.
Oh, that makes sense.
This is really, really recent. Actually, there is a type of venom that all reptiles protrude, but its level of deadliness varies from each species. Like an iguana, they found out, because the iguana is really related to the dragon one. I can't remember the top of the head. Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons have a very potent saliva that breaks stuff down. So the dangerous thing about getting bit by a Komodo dragon is
saliva getting in the wound.
Yeah, and it'll become sepsis, and you can get gangrene, and you lose the limb. 95, like there's not even like 100% chance. Like if you get bit by a Komodo dragon, you're fucking losing the leg. And that's mostly how they hunt and kill. Like they're really kind of slow. So all you have to do is just kind of nip at something, like the deer or the buffalo that live around them, and they'll just stalk it for a week until it dies of natural causes, and then they'll just ravish the corpse. But they found that even like an iguana has some kind of like sepsis to its saliva, something like a venom gland that it protrudes. But it's not nearly as potent as like. So yeah, if you get bit by a snake, yeah, it might be like a slight burning, but it's nothing. It's gonna like kill you or anything like that. The point of the story is there's no reason for Brent to be afraid of the gays.
Not afraid of them.
And hold my hand.
You disagree with them.
You don't even like that's an ignorant statement too. Because why would you disagree with them? Why would you even be?
Come on, Brent, hold my hand.
Why would you care about what
Don't
someone
make
else
this
does
awkward,
in the
Brent.
privacy of their own
No.
home?
Hold my fucking hand.
No.
You're making this weird, Brent.
I'll be weird, Kevin.
You know, weird is just another form of queer, which is slang for gay. So,
Like a gay old time means happy.
Exactly. So, Brent, you are now officially homosexual.
Whatever.
See, I don't even get that. Like Russia's like got like the death sentence.
Yeah,
on
they have
fucking
like
gay
a
people.
severe anti.
Yeah, and that's fucking ridiculous. So what? What good are you doing? If two guys or two girls want to fucking blow each other, let them fucking. It's not like they're fucking wanting you go in the house and watch them do it. And like I said before, I was like, if anybody did that, like even a straight couple just started making out and like having sex in front of me, yeah, that would be fucking weird. I don't want to watch that. Get that fucking shit away from me. What's the difference if the two gay people do it in front of me? It's the same. I don't want to watch that either.
It's because culturally we've been impressed on our brains and memories and mannerisms that that's deemed wrong.
I do agree with
Well,
that.
I never got that.
You might not. You didn't grow up the traditional child.
Yeah, I guess not.
Like culturally,
didn't.
everything's always been like that's been frowned upon, and it's been peer pressured onto us to think a certain way and like certain things.
And to that point, people talk like, "Oh, it's been no, it's not like gays just pop. That shit's been going on for millennia."
Yeah, probably since the dawn of time.
Alexander the Great had like many lovers. Like,
well, I
the
mean,
night before he died, he rode out to the battlefield with his male lover.
Whether you believe in, and this is ridiculous to even fucking say, whether you believe in evolution or not, which you probably should because you're a fucking idiot if you don't. Whether you believe it or not, if you look at monkey tribes today, any monkey tribe, there is. The alpha male will have sex with the other males to apply dominance over them. And the monkeys don't think it's gay. The alpha male's getting the most out of it because he's having sex.
More of the story, Brent. You want to be the alpha man.
Yeah, you're gonna have to have sex with a lot of people.
Show them your dominance, Brent. You'll be fine.
But
hold my hand.
that exists in clans of monkeys and apes and gorillas, and it exists, and it's not frowned upon. And if you believe in evolution, which you probably should because it's the right way.
It's only proven.
Yeah, it's proven. We evolved from apes. Get over it, people. Yeah, it's always been around. You know, only the adoption of religion when it came into play did it become so taboo. And I mean, there's a lot of cultures around the world right now.
It has always been a taboo thing.
No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't. I just said it wasn't.
What makes it taboo?
Rome!
Religion.
Rome!
It was taboo then.
No, it wasn't! The Spartans!
But
that everybody loves to watch 300 and say, oh, the fucking Spartans were the shit.
You know what they were doing when they weren't on camera? Fucking each other.
It was actually, that was part of their training.
And it kept morale up.
It
They
kept
were
morale up.
actually separated from women for a majority of their life as soldiers. So the
Yeah.
only pleasure you can get is with your hand or with your bunkmate.
And they chose the bunkmate. Because they could cuddle afterwards.
That human
That is
interaction.
history. You could Google that. That is.
You can watch I've watched documentaries.
Yeah.
Like, fucking, you watched Caligula, bro.
Never watched it.
Like that's really funny too, because at literally the height of Christianity, there was so much gay sex going on. Bathhouses. There was so much gay sex, and one guy was like, "You guys can't do that anymore. God said it's wrong." There was probably a lot of prosecution because they're like, "Yeah, fucking right." George over there gives the best fucking blowjobs ever, and I ain't gonna hear you say anything about your God saying it's wrong. You're all getting crucified, motherfuckers. I know it looks good in paper now, but yeah, back then it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't. I'd say about what? 60s, 50s, it became. At least it seemed like it became really taboo. Maybe that was because it was more.
It came more to light.
Yeah, I think because there was more media coverage and stuff like that.
It
I don't know about the 1800s and stuff about that when two cowboys roaming the plains and the dead of winter.
No, all that had to be hush hush. You get found out and
Yeah.
you be put to death and stuff.
That is a good way to keep warm. Not to say gay sex. I'm just saying like
Hold
body
on.
warmth is a good way to keep warm. I don't care what you fucking say, Brent. If we're ever fucking caught in a situation where we're in the middle of the Arctic, your motherfucking ass is getting really close to me. I'm not gonna put my penis in you, but you better not say a fucking word about us getting close. That's life or death, motherfucker. I'll kill your ass and fucking go Star Wars on you. You're far more big enough for me to slide inside you. I said my penis wasn't going to go in him. And I'm going off the Star Wars reference where Han cut the
when you're
tong
inside
tong.
of him, you're gonna stand like just so your penis is outside of him.
Yeah.
That's courteous of him. He may kill you, but he's a man of his word.
Well, at that point, I feel Brent had the option whether
To kill you.
to be like stop being so homophobic and try to survive, or die and let me live.
He might actually just let you kill him.
He might. And I'll carry that carcass around with me, and I'll eat off his dead body for at least a couple weeks.
Sorry, Brent.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're gonna die very
That's how Brent went out.
like a man.
Brent went out stubborn. I ain't fucking doing that. I'll fucking die. Alright, motherfucker.
Remember, this was your
Yeah.
See, now I know the point I'm ever banned and stuck with his ass. Leave his ass. Wherever you fucking run the other way.
That's a real good plan.
with me or
You're
with
going
you?
that way? Okay, I'm gone.
We're stuck out in the Arctic. Brent's like, well, it'd probably be better if we stay together and survive. Bye. Alright, bye,
I'll take
motherfucker.
my chances. All those years of friendship, Yeah.
Well, no, how that's gonna play out is like one day I'm just like I stay in the same spot, and the next day I'm like, well, I'm just gonna follow his foot tracks until he fucking die.
I don't even know what I'd be doing in the Arctic.
You would die. Don't even. I don't think you have any survival sensibility about you whatsoever.
That's harsh, bro.
I'm not trying to insult you. I don't think you just have any interest in it.
In what, surviving?
Survival, yeah, survival tactics.
It's a natural instinct that kicks in right before you die.
No, in the Arctic,
No, it kicks
I
in a
get
little-
with Kurt.
actually-
Cad's dead because he ain't got an ounce of fat on him, dude.
Yeah, I might freeze to death, but
he dead.
At least
that's
he
because I
did,
never learned how to build a fucking igloo.
at least he didn't insult like your body hair or anything like that. You died because you weren't fat. You didn't die because you had no outside insulation.
I will hold. Hair. I'm not afraid to hold something.
No, it's not. It's a lot of people don't have any interest in like actual like survival insurance or how people used to do shit back in the old day before electricity.
I watched a lot of stuff. Like you got me on that Cody Lundgren guy, and I was watching Dual Survival.
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
I do.
Well,
watch
maybe you do.
things.
Maybe you do. I'm wrong.
Yeah. I don't know if
That's
ever,
good shit to know. I think that's really, and even those guys like Cody Lundin and Dave Canterbury, they both promote self-awareness and self-sustainability, and that's really good shit to know. Just it's
not that
Dave Canterbury has a YouTube channel that I think anybody should check out, and he does tips for free even now, even if he's got off the Discovery Channel. And even he said, like, teach your kids like basic blacksmithing, because you never know when that shit might come in handy. And it's true, you don't know when it might come in handy.
And it's not that I do agree with you mostly. It's not like you're saying you have to live that way.
No, you don't.
But it's stuff you should know.
Mm-hmm.
or at least have a reference to.
Well, it goes a little bit below that, because there's a difference between knowing and executing. If you don't practice it, at least even a little bit. Like, I don't think you have to live that way either. I don't live that way. But if you don't practice it, when it comes to it, you're like, well, I know I should make a fire. I've seen it done. And then you try to make a fire. And you'll see, like, I don't want to make a fire at all. Because making a fire from scratch is fucking a bitch. And if you even remember, like, I think the best movie rendition of that is, like, Castaway. And Tom Hanks spent, like, 2 days trying to make a fucking fire? Yeah. That's true. It is not easy to make a fire. And I've seen people try to do it on the whim who thought they knew how to do it. And they spent, like, half a day doing it. And in the end, they ended up applying 3 different techniques to do it. Because one wasn't working because everything was wet, and the other one was kind of working, and they ended up combining the two, and they ended up working that way. And even they said, like, I didn't even think I had to combine 2 techniques to make a fire. And see, that's what I'm saying, like, because they knew 2 different techniques to make a fire, they were able to make a fire. So the little practice, that's all I'm saying. It's like, it will go a long ways. I don't think you have to live that way, but, I mean, if you're going to go camping one time, maybe leave the motor home behind and go actual camping.
I mean, like, on the ground?
On the ground.
With bugs and shit?
With bugs. It's good protein. So that's where you die.
Yeah, I don't know if I could eat a bug.
That's exactly where you die. Like, I would be with you, and we would go through the jungle, for example, and you're like, we haven't eaten in 2 days. I'm like, well, I'll get you some food. And I crack open an old log, and I pull out the fucking huge-ass woodworm. And I'm like, this is like a larva for a moth. And you're like, I'm not hungry anymore. And I'm like,
I'm done. I'm over it.
And I'm like,
working on that fear of bugs, man. I'm working on it. I'm not there where I can be like, yes, I'll eat this hissing cockroach.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can.
It's a lot of people's problem is just the mentality
of it. I
can't say
that because when I was younger, I ate them not knowing what they were. Like chocolate-covered crickets or grasshoppers and ants and stuff like that.
This is why Brent is absolutely fascinating, because on one hand, I don't want another dude touching me. On the other hand, I'm eating bugs like left and right.
I didn't know what they were. I thought it was chocolate candy. So kid, you eat it like, oh, this is sweet, this is cool. And it starts crunchy, and you're like, this is different. What is this? And my aunt goes, it's chocolate-covered ants and chocolate-covered grasshoppers. Really?
What a regular grasshopper tastes like.
Well, you know what's really funny about that? I remember one time
Brent ate ants and grasshoppers.
I had an ex-girlfriend who was a big Bible thumper, and with that, she used to play a lot of like stupid fucking Bible games and shit like that.
Now, by Bible, you don't mean your penis.
No.
Okay.
Not that kind of thumper.
Oh.
And we were playing a trivia game for Bible quotes and stuff like that, stuff that happened in the Bible, which I really sucked at. And one of the questions was like, it was a plague of locusts, and what did the villagers do with the locusts? There were like a bunch of questions, and I read them all. I don't remember all the questions, but a lot of them were ridiculous. And one of them, like, I think the E was like, they ate them. And I was like thinking, well, it's a desert. This is where survival kicked in, like my survival senses kicked in. And I'm like, well, it's a desert community. It was a big ass plague of locusts. They don't get a lot of food or water. Probably just fucking ate them. Because what are they gonna do with a bunch of dead fucking grasshoppers everywhere? Best way to get rid of them is to fucking start eating them, because it's high in protein. You eat enough of them, it's a meal. You need to eat a lot to make a meal, but if you eat some, it's gonna keep you alive. So I picked the one they ate them. Everybody else picked opposite of that, and I was the only one that got right. And they're like, they ate them, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. And she was like, well, because locusts are such like a sin in the Bible, it's always like the harbinger of something bad. I thought they would just be something bad. They wouldn't even think to eat them. And I'm like, that's stupid.
I understand her point of view. I do get that, typically that is considered something, a punishment, to be, I guess, the best way to put it.
Yeah, locusts can suck. And, like, we don't have locusts in this country anymore because the farmers fucking pretty much killed them all off. I watched a thing on this, like, why the United States used to have locusts and we don't anymore. They fucking literally killed them all off. I mean, now the grasshoppers we have can't evolve into locusts. They lack the gene to do it. That's what happened there. There won't be another swarm of locusts in the United States because we fucked it up.
Is that good or bad?
It depends. Locusts kind of like are good in the environment because they will eat a lot of things, and also for other species to eat off of them too, like lizards and stuff like that, and then other things eat lizards, and it just keeps going up. So it's good and bad, especially when you take something out of an ecosystem or add something to an ecosystem. It can be good or bad. But it was like back in the 40s when it happened, so it probably was bad in the long run. But I'm like, desert survival in the desert and stuff like that. You don't get a lot of fucking food. Yeah, I fucking hate them. Like, you would get approached by a swarm of locusts and you'd be like, oh, it's a sign of God. He fucking hates us. What are you gonna do with all those locusts? Like, literally, there's 1,000 dead locusts around you. You don't have any food because the locusts just ate it all. What are you going to do to survive?
Take a nap.
Take a nap. You can die. Okay.
Well, typically in the Bible, the locusts, they don't talk about like locusts dying around. The swarm moves on.
Yeah, I know. I'm so on the fucking verge of like atheism. You don't even know. I keep going back because I like to believe in ghosts and spirits and stuff like that. But every time I hear something fucking stupid like that, it kind of teeters me on the other end.
Give into it, Jason.
I think I got a good solution for it, where I can still be a spiritualist but not believe in God. Or at least At least not believe in the fucking Bible. My God, it is such... I'd rather believe in the fucking Hobbit books. If I had to pick from books to believe in and worship, I'd rather believe in that, because at least that makes Muller's fucking sense.
Just follow the Satanism Bible.
I don't like a lot of the Satanist shit.
Satanism's just atheism.
I know it is. Well, no, not...
It's just common sense, like, don't kill people.
I know.
Don't steal from fucking people. They have, like, 9 sins.
I know, they get a lot of flack, but the Satanist Bible isn't really that bad either, if you actually sit down and look at it.
It's a parody of the actual Bible.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. Hey, Brent, you want to become a Satanist?
No.
You don't have to do any actual Satan worshipping.
He is so scared that a penis is going to penetrate his butt cheeks. You think he's going to take a chance on the afterlife? He wants fucking paradise.
I can't even say that, because anymore, I think I talked to Tad a little bit about it. I don't even consider myself a Christian anymore.
A lot of people shouldn't.
It's not that I don't, I just don't feel I do what a person should do to call themselves a Christian.
Yeah.
Hang on. What do you think you should do to be called a Christian?
I don't feel I am a very judgmental person.
That's true.
It is funny how the Christians like to fucking
judge people.
So
and that's not being a Christianly person. That's...
What's another thing you should do if you're...
But you know what? At the same time...
You should be more... I'm not of that forgiving of a person. I'm very bitter at people, and...
I can hold grudges. Next.
I wouldn't say, like, the Bible's got a lot of bad flaws in it. It's got a lot of good guidelines in it. Stuff that people should follow. But at the same time, isn't that just... As a human being to another human being, shouldn't that just be human nature at this point? Do we really need to go, like, well, if you're not good to that person, God's going to punish you? Shouldn't you just want to be good to that person because you want to respect somebody? Even if they're an asshole to you, just to be better than them, you're like, well, you know what, you can be an asshole to me. I can still be good to you. Does it really, really fucking matter that you're judged in the end? Like, are you really trying to take score?
And see,
that's my problem with it.
People thinking that is just...
That's how a lot of people
to me.
That's how a lot of people think about it, though.
Wait, what's retarded?
The whole people like keeping score, like, oh, that is retarded to me.
Yeah, like they're gonna get to heaven and God's gonna be like, "You're a really good person." Like, I really tried, God.
Well, the bonus side to that is even if you have like a really shitty day where you just do horrible things. You can just repent. You're clean.
Yeah. Well, you know what the other thing is too,
so
like...
you can still be a good Christian, Brent. Just go repent.
A lot of people got it fucking...
Daily.
They know what's going to happen after death. And nobody really knows. And there's like people that be like, I fucking know what's going to happen after I die. I'm like, motherfucker, you've never been dead? You don't know what's going to happen?
Like I said, I really... The more I've watched and the more I hear, it just really bugs me. People say, oh, I'm a Christian. I hate that. Because I see people, they say, oh, I'm a Christian. And they are the most judgmental, asshole people. And they'll see a broke person on this, legitimately broke, need a hand.
Yeah.
And wouldn't fucking...
Well, I see people, like, the fun thing I like to do anymore, especially when someone starts to go preaching to me about something... And they're like, what religion are you? They're like, oh, I'm a Christian. Or they can say whatever. It doesn't really matter. Normally I get Christian because it just seems to be the most popular religion. And I go, when was the last time you've been to church? Well, I've been to church in a long time. You ain't really fucking Christian, are you? Well, I still practice it. How? What are you doing to practice it? Where do you go to church?
And see,
when are you giving tithing?
That different of being a Christian doesn't mean you go to church. If you are doing the right thing...
it does mean you go to church. If you're a Christian, you're supposed to go to church. If you're a Catholic, you're supposed to go to church. If you're not doing those things, then you're not a real Christian. Like I said, I think it's better to go... I think it's better off to go with the model like I've been going off of. Just try to be a good person. Fuck Christian. Fuck titling it. Just try to be a good human being.
And even at that.
Why?
I can't even say I'm great at that because I'm an ass.
You know what?
That is true.
But you know what? The beautiful thing about just trying to be a good human being is you're just a human being. You've got flaws. You have tons of thousands of flaws. If you fuck up, if you like, I should really forgive that guy, but he's a fucking serial murdering child rapist. I don't think I can forgive him. You know what? Hey, you're just human. Fuck that guy. You know, when it comes down to it, too, and everyone explains heaven and the pearly gates and how everybody's happy and wonderful and everything's given to you and everybody wears white and you're on a cloud and all that jazz, that terrifies me. I don't want that. I don't want to be in a fucking place with a bunch of assholes that I never liked in life. I don't think I should deserve to go to hell. But purgatory sounds a fucking hell of a lot better than heaven. You gonna tell me, like, some guy that today, like, called me an asshole, and we're both in heaven, and he's like, hey, sorry about that time I called you an asshole. I'm like, fuck you! You had no right to call me a fucking asshole! You're a fucking dick! No, I guess I can't forgive and forget. Fuck that. Who needs... Fuck that. Someone murders my wife and my kids and even tell me I gotta fucking forgive them to get into heaven? Fuck heaven. Fucking guy murdered my fucking wife and kid and fucking raped my dog. Fuck that guy. I'm forgiving him for jack shit.
Wait a minute. Rape my dog.
That's the biggest sin of all. So now I don't have my wife or my kid, and my dog is fucking dramatically fucking scarred for life and can't even look at me in the eye anymore. I got nothing. You can't even get help for a dog. Take him to a therapist. Like, my dog was raped.
What?
Give him chocolate. Chocolate's bad for a dog! I don't know what to tell you.
That's horrible, bro.
Isn't it?
It's horrible. Raping a dog?
There's some sick fuckers out there, I tell you. They don't need to be forgiven.
Is it bad as where I'm stuck at is the dog raping part, not the murdering the wife and kids?
What? Yeah, you're sick fuck. Why'd you go to that? 2 people died and the dog just got raped. Goats get raped all the time.
Poor goats, man. Like that's animal cruelty.
It is.
Hey, if you get charged with murder, should they charge you with animal cruelty since we are technically animals at the same time?
I think it's just all in the same.
Maybe.
They separate a little bit because humans, unlike other animals, we have the ability to ask why, that is really the one thing that scientists have taken away from animals. Like when they teach animals to communicate with us by teaching them sign language and stuff like that. Like you could teach a dolphin how to like communicate with us through certain letters. Like there's dolphins who can spell out words. And they can touch a ball, and you can like go touch the ball, and they know what the fuck you're talking about. They know what a ball is, and it's amazing. And you can touch like Coco, the amazing talking gorilla. She knows sign language, and she knows all kinds of signs and everything like that. Chimps, you can teach them sign language too, and they can talk to you. No animal in the history of that, ever since that we've started teaching them shit like that, they've never asked us a question. And that's the one thing that separates humans from everybody else. So we question. Animals don't question, they just accept. That's what defines us from the animal species. We were the first species to start saying why. Which started us on a fucking horrible journey to where we're at now.
Yes. That happened.
Are you bugging out?
I just got really sleepy, like all of a sudden.
You got real
I noticed
quiet.
that because Tad's sitting there kind of
He's
half
daydreaming.
drugged and like falling asleep until parents like rape my dog, and then he's, huh? What? What the fuck just happened?
Who's raping a dog? Why are we raping?
I was not expecting that. I can honestly say that.
Dad was a minute away from sleep.
I think I might have been.
Brain just exploding.
Been up since like 7 yesterday.
So that's like yeah. That's why I should make movies, because I can think of shit that nobody's ever thought of before.
I'm pretty sure someone's thought about raping a dog.
But would they put it to film?
Maybe.
Have you ever seen it?
Pretty sure the bestiality, it's like animal erotica. Of a guy having sex.
No, I'm not talking about fucking amateur fucking porn. I'm talking about fucking film movies.
You want to make a movie about a guy fucking a dog?
I probably wouldn't show it.
I don't want to be on that project with you. I'm just saying. I'm not going to do anything with it.
Suggested rape of a dog.
I'm not even going to touch it. Like, you're completely on your own.
I am gonna work that into a script, and you're not gonna realize it till halfway through the shoot, and you're gonna be like, "And I raped a dog," and you're like, "Fuck." My name's gonna be on this.
I'll leave.
And they'll be like,
at that point, Dad's gonna walk over, break the tip.
It'll be the first in the title cards too, like Thaddeus Eric, like bigger letters than anybody else, just scrolling up. And you're like,
fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Which would be weird, because I'll probably do the editing, so it'll be like,
yeah. Probably.
Why am I even doing this shit right now?
Rape a dog.
Stupid shit. Fucking rape a dog.
Well, you gotta be original.
But raping dogs, really?
Day and age. It's original. I can't think of anything I've ever seen it in. It's too taboo.
To rape a dog.
It's never... Like I said...
Every animal rights organization in the world is going to be sending you hate mail.
No, they are not. Because like I said, I would never... I've said this in a podcast before. I would never, ever film anything with rape in it. I would never film someone getting raped or any species. Suggestive rape or implied rape? Oh yeah, I fucking do that. Just to move a story. Yeah. Someone saying they raped a dog? Yeah. Have someone say they raped a dog? Fuck. I'm paying Tom Cruise like $20 billion to be in my fucking movie. You motherfucker better say you been raped a dog. I'm not even paying for a wing in your house at this point, you motherfucking rich ass motherfucker. You get paid way too much for fucking film.
Jesus.
Jesus coming from the atheist.
Just an expression.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you see that fucking
Probably.
Oh, well, I only mentioned it then. I posted on Facebook, was Jeff Bridges did a fucking commercial for Kahlua.
Oh, as the dude?
No. As Jeff Bridges. But Jeff Bridges is at this point is the dude.
Yeah. I'll have to look that up.
Oh my god, is the most beautiful fucking commercial I've ever fucking seen for alcohol my entire life. And I didn't even know it was for alcohol till the end of the fucking thing. And I was like, because it first started up, and I was like, is that Jeff Bridges? Because he was kind of narrating, telling a story about a day when he was younger and he found a briefcase. And it was shot beautifully. And it had jazz in the background. And he's drinking a fucking Kahlua.
They did one with Jude Law, too. Not Kahlua, but they did, it was a whiskey. I can't remember.
You're losing my interest right out the bat. Like, Jude Law and whiskey. Fuck that. I'm saying Jeff Bridges and Kahlua.
Just saying, it's out there. Good.
Kahlua is good.
That is one of the things I do have started
Whiskey?
liking about the commercial stuff is you start seeing the commercial and it's like, oh, this is cool. And at the end, I had no clue what the hell the commercial's even for. And then you're like, that was a cool commercial. What the fuck was it for?
Slinky, it's coming back.
Well, that's why they subliminally put it into your head and you just kind of create the Big Mac afterwards. I don't know what that was for, but I kind of want a burger.
No. Is it bad when our commercials start having better storylines than
some movies anymore.
I'm telling you, this fucking Kahlua commercial was fucking amazing.
It's bad when we're like rating commercials and like commercials.
God damn it!
Than we like fucking movies now.
This fucking Kahlua commercial could have been the best goddamn thing I've seen all year. It was Jeff Bridges narrating a stupid story about a briefcase and Mexican gangsters coming after him. And then an astronaut was in it. It was fucking beautiful. And it was Kahlua. It was fucking awesome.
That is just bad when you're like, this commercial was awesome. And you're excited about a commercial when the last movie I've heard you be like, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, because, I mean, there was some obvious fucking care put into this. It was well shot. It had great music. The story was interesting. Yeah, I would take that over some of the fucking Ninja Turtle crap that's been fucking in theaters recently.
Let's see, you got Tad bitching about Transformers.
I bitched about Transformers too, okay? I don't even fucking hear I wasn't bitching about Transformers. I was bitching about Transformers fucking since it came out. Don't tell me I wasn't bitching about Transformers.
You was bitching about Transformers before bitching about Transformers was cool.
Probably, because I didn't like Michael Bay back in the fucking day at all. Fucking hack. I can't even think of anything yeah.
What?
Kahlua.
I wish I had some
Kahlua. I wish I had some fucking Kahlua. That shit's great. Go drink.
I have never even tried the shit.
Yeah, you have.
Bars are closed.
Because you've tried it here. Because you drank it that one day I had it.
Kahlua is tasty as fuck.
Yes, you did. Because you drank it and you're like, this shit's fucking nasty. Because I was drinking it in little bottles.
Oh, that shit you had me smell, I wouldn't even try. It's fucking got like coffee in it.
Yeah, that's what Kahlua is.
That shit is foul. Why the hell would I ever try it? Tell me I'd try anything that fuck coffee.
Try something once in your life, Brent. Just give it a shot.
That shit's good, man.
Don't always say no. Open your life up to yes.
Yeah, I've tried. My wife constantly fucking try this. It's good. It's Starbucks coffee. It's the best shit ever.
Just hold my hand, Brent.
Look at it.
Every fucking time. I'd rather lick a dog's ass than drink fucking coffee.
Say that's why you
drink nothing but Monster.
No. You have to be a little bit more deviant when it comes to stuff, especially when you're married. Especially if you're having problems when the biggest thing you're afraid of is going, huh. Your wife likes coffee, right? You just admitted that. I'm telling you, Kahlua is a fucking mixture of coffee, cream, and alcohol.
You killed it. There is no... I don't care what you do to coffee, it is bitter butt lick.
You're not, don't have to drink it.
You're not seeing the big picture. Say, Tad saw the big picture right off the bat. Your wife likes coffee. I'm saying there's an alcohol out there that tastes amazing and it has coffee in it. All you have to do is buy Kahlua, chill it, and go, hey, honey, I got a coffee flavored alcohol. She might be like, oh, that sounds kind of weird. And you drink it. You're like, that's not bad. You hold back the grimace, even if you don't like it. You go, hey, try this. And you know what? Guaranteed she's going to fucking love it, because I love coffee. Kahlua is fucking amazing. She will fucking drink that shit down like it's fucking milk. Because you can't barely taste the alcohol in it, and it's got high alcohol content. And you know what you got in your hands? You got your hell of a fucking really drunk wife who's very suggestive at that point.
And see, she does like coffee, but she likes the, I don't know what the hell you call them. I call them foo-foo drinks. You don't really taste that much coffee. It's more cream and sugar and
lattes.
Yeah,
that's delicious.
That is Kahlua,
but with alcohol.
Imagine a frappuccino or cappuccino
that gets you drunk.
That is Kahlua.
She might like it. I don't know.
Alright, she will fucking love it. And then you will be thanking me the next time, going, "Oh my god, I didn't sleep for 3 days." And I'm not even complaining. I think she's just now starting to sober up. And going, why are my legs hurting?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Only you two would go that far.
No.
Now-
Don't lump me in with the dog rapist, okay?
Now, granted, you have a very...
Don't lump me in. Come on.
I never raped a dog, I just said I put it in a movie.
It's still gotta come back.
You got a short window here between tad slow editing and when this gets posted. So you need your ass out there to Foodland. Grab every fucking bottle of Kahlua they have and start swimming it down her mouth as soon as you can before she listens to this motherfucker, because when she listens to it, the jig's up. You bring a bottle of Kahlua home after that, she's gonna be like, oh, I know what you got planned. You're drinking that shit alone, motherfucker.
Oh boy.
Your plans are spoiled. I'm telling you, this is gonna work. This is shit. This is shit when I'm like, I'm fucking back in World War II, and I'm like, we need to fucking bomb the shit out of Japan. This shit will end the war. It will work. Not that I condone that, it was fucked up. But I'm saying, this, as a plan,
It worked.
it works. And then guess what? Next podcast. Did Brent do it? No. I didn't buy any fucking Kahlua. It's $20 for a bottle. The fuck's that? Fuck that.
$20? That's cheap. Shit anywhere. It's just like any type of alcohol is like $30-$35 and it ain't
Go
worth
buy a bottle
shit.
of Kahlua. You don't even have to drink the whole fucking thing.
I wanted to make rum cake. It's supposed to have dark rum. I was too cheap to buy fucking dark rum. That shit is like $40 a fucking bottle.
You know why? It's good.
Maybe that's why you got so fucked up eating your cake.
It got Captain Morgan
Yeah, you know-
spiced rum. That's what I got.
That is
That's
really
what I
that is a
got.
really funny point. The fucking cheaper the alcohol, the more alcohol content it has.
There's also a little more bite to it.
A little more bite to it, yeah. I just can't. Of all the things to get your wife drunk, you chose cake. I'm telling you a surefire way, and you won't even accept it. You're like, man, I mean,
I didn't even. Somebody over here says rum cake sounds good. Make me some rum cake.
That was probably me.
wait, that doesn't make any sense. Then what? What?
And so my wife's like, "Oh, I'll make him some rum cake."
We were at work.
Why the
and
fuck are you making rum cake for your wife for his birthday?
They came down to Pizza Ranch, and I was working, he was working. She came down to help him do whatever they were doing, and I was like, "Sure, you can make me a rum cake." Just being an idiot like I is. I was like, "Hey,
You didn't really think they'd make a rum cake?
No, I was just throwing that out there.
Joke?
Yeah, the joke. Like, hey, make me some rum cake. And then the next day, I get a text from Brent saying, "Hey, my wife has all the ingredients she needs for the rum cake, but we need dark rum. If you buy it, we'll make the cake." I'm not buying fucking rum. And the day after that, it's like, "Hey, we made rum cake. You want a piece?" I'm going to bed, Brent.
I got that. I got that actually beat. I actually have that beat. One time I was on Brent's wife's page, right?
Yeah.
And she posted this like chocolate cake thing, and I was like, "That looks good," so I liked it. And I get a call from Brent. "Hey, my wife's making that. You want some?" Making what? That picture that you liked on Facebook. She's making that. You want some? No?
A Catwoman.
Why the fuck are you guys making it?
I will tell you now. You don't tell my wife, "Oh, this sounds good."
I didn't even do that. I just hit like.
If it's a food page, don't hit like. Whether you like it or not, don't hit like.
It looked good. I'm not denying that. I just wasn't in the mood for sweets when they called. I'm like, I just ate. I'm not hungry right now, and I'm like, I'm kind of full. Thanks. Maybe a little more heads up, like, hey, we're gonna make fucking exotic cake tonight. You want some? I don't know. What shape is it in?
I get that one. Ugh.
And that's how he closes everything out. You got it, lucky ladies.
No.
It would have been much quicker.
Yeah, it would not be 2 hours of closing. It'd be like the first minute, and then I'd make a sandwich.
That's a wonder why you're single.
Not really.
Not really? No, I was being sarcastic.
And ouch, dude. Open wound.
Yay!
Open wound, stick your finger in there, why don't you?
2 minutes, come on.
I don't care.
You don't just run through Adventureland.
It's not always Adventureland.
You don't run through Disney World. Any theme park.
It's not always a theme park. Sometimes it's just the merry-go-round at the county fair.
No, it's always a theme park.
You're a theme park.
Yeah.
I know, just it.
There's 1,000 rides to ride on.
I don't want to ride any rides.
You're not offering you to. I'm just saying for the ladies.
I think you kind of did.
No, I'm just saying as a metaphor.
Brent, tiebreaker. Did he propose himself onto me?
You can listen.
I would say no.
Ah, you're gay.
He's very gay.
Yeah, it's okay. Hold my hand, Brent. Come on.
You have called me gay all day today. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Because you do a lot of gay shit.
He has never ate a hot dog. He has never ate a hot dog.
And that's coming from me.
Nothing suggestive has ever entered his mouth or orifice.
No brats or nothing?
Nothing. He chops that shit up.
You know they
Small pieces.
Some people do that and they enjoy it.
Yeah, he does too.
You
You should see him. You should see him. He gets really angry. He's like, "Oh no, fucking gay."
Just hold my hand, Brent.
No.
Don't make this weirder than it has to be. Hold my fucking
You
hand.
are weird.
Are you gonna actually? Is this the next graphic you put up with people holding hands?
Yeah, probably. I wanna hold your hand.
Don't even cut. That is This is one of those dumb ass songs you hear that you just want to
that's
smack
fucked up.
somebody.
This is actually the weirdest closer ever.
Yeah. I'm the one doing it. What do you
I know. That's why I'm calling it weird. I was expecting you to be like, "Well, thanks guys. Good night."
That's
And silent. I don't know how you're gonna do it, but I was expecting something like that.
No, that's too generic.
It's gonna be generic. Okay.
I'm not generic like that.
Go.
I can be generic.
The mic's all yours.
Well, good night. I can't do it.
Yeah. You want me to do it?
You almost had me there. You almost. Yeah, Brent, you gotta test yourself, aren't you?
Damn close.
Alright,
You
say goodnight,
can't even
Jason.
finish.
Say goodnight, Brent. I'm gonna go home
Night.
and go to sleep.
Good night. Good night.
I love your feces.